to the realm of Millenia. Be man, woman, child, a spirit, creature, or a demon. Be ye a native migrator, or maybe an invader into the realm. Welcome to the realm of Millenia. For I am your host, the Millennium Mailman, here today, bringing you guys and gals yet again another Theatrical Thursday, where I bring you another character from the realm of Millenia and put it into the perspective of all you audience members out there in the crowd. No problems with the orange. You can lick the citrus or the ball. It's on you. Well, welcome. With the baby in the background for the Millennium Mailman. Welcome, for I am your host. Dang, I already wasted 4 minutes. I didn't think I was looking like that long. Ugh. We don't cut up videos here, so part 2 of SCP is invading the realm of Millenia. Right? Part 2 video of SCP-096, the shy guy, and how he is invading the realm of Millenia. Right? I created a headcanon for SCP-096 and the realm of Millenia. Please don't throw it overboard. And this is the video of me expounding and sharing exactly what that was. So, basically, Shy Guy, as everyone knows him, is just this figure whose face is never seen, can never be seen, right? And in my way of backtracking exactly how he could have gotten to that point, where he's on a planet with a whole bunch of humans like us, with a bunch of creatures, on a wildly dangerous planet that's slowly dying and killing itself, right, polar ice caps melting, humans fighting and putting wars on themselves, left and right. Yes, baby, you did the bestest with it. That's your ball, no one else. No one's gonna steal it, buddy. I'll help you out a little bit. There you go. The SCP-096 Shy Guy here on planet Earth with you all. Right? I worked my way back all the way to the point where in the realm of this figure is born, right? I tracked it back all the way to the moment he was born. It's like he's born in a family of promise keepers. You know, people who make promises they can keep and never fail, right? He's born to a family of people whose biggest staple to their status and reputation is that you make a promise and you uphold that promise, right? Some people's like, a man's word is a man's bond. Nah. They are basically the promise family. And where they lived is basically considered the promised land, right? Because anywhere they are, the promises they dare say out of their mouth will be upheld, right? And anyone who doesn't keep their promise gets kicked out. Goodbye! Right? Straight flip-flop to the face. I disown you, right? All of the things. If you can't keep a promise you made, you will be exiled, exonerated. Exonerated is not at all the word, right? You will be exiled. You will be banned. You will be blacklisted. You will be denounced, right? You're no son of mine. No daughter of mine will ever act that way, right? You will be all the things to be cut off from the family tree, taken out the notebook of the lineage. Yes, boo-boo. Yes. 1 second. Is that citrus? Did you just put citrus in my eyes? You trying to blind me, baby, or are you asking for me to wipe your fingies? You just don't like being low? I'll pick you up after this video. I'll pick you up after the video. You take this bottle and you lay down. Here, take that. Take that. You lay down for a bit, okay? I will pick you up after the video. I promise. Thank you. Thank you, Bubby. Okay. Right, so I made a backstory from him. This guy, we'll call him Promise. Promise, and a family of promise keepers. Right? Promise, the promised child, if you will, is born with an exceptional amount of magical power amongst a family that is so attuned to magic, it's ridiculous. Right? Now, this family, whose namestay and reputation and status is all built up from their ability to make promises and keep them every single time, it is a big thing for their tunity with magic, right? And long before the devil was known to be making deals and trades, right? You had the promise keepers basically granting wishes, if you will. Because all you had to do was tell something to them and be able to feel very safe and secure in that if they dared say, yes, I promise you this, it was going to be done. Right? So, in effective lore and canon and everything, somewhere in the Realm of Millenia, all those deal-making entities were likely one of the promise keepers. From your genies and jinn to your crossroad demons or your deal-making swindlers, right? If they can, in order to trade for something or get something, likely anything based on a contract of a promise and being forced to uphold that promise is likely originating from some form of lore to the promise keepers, right? Because it's the promise keepers who keep their promise, right? And anyone making promises they don't keep, it has no affiliations, right? But if some entity that is mandated, they can't break their promise, but even if you can find loopholes in order to break the promise with them, if they can't break their half of the promise, guess what? It is likely one of the promise keepers or of the promise keeper family. But I digress. It does play a role in later, even in this story, but point still stands, right? Chill. Thank you. Okay. So, this child born to this family, known to this particular reputation, a big thing with this family is that you need magic in order to do this. I know. It might sound a little cliche, but a big deal is magic, right? And if you don't have a lot of magic, that limits the amount of promises you can have. If you have a lot of magic, but you don't have an affinity to well control that magic or do what needs to be done with that magic, guess what? There's only so much you can do. You can have a lot of magic, but if you can't properly access and control it, you're not much different than the other one. Just the bigger, you can take on bigger promises, but you can't really follow through with it, right? So, in another way, it's like this one promise keeper's magic capacity says, hey, I need like 2 bottles of water and a little milk in order to feed my baby, right? I need you to promise me that you'll make sure he's fed well right? I promise I can make sure that baby is fed for the next week, all right? But I don't have the magic capacity to ensure that baby is fed past this week because I'm gonna need to power down and recharge my magic capacity, right? My battery pack on this magic thing is not that substantial, right? Or you can have a promise keeper who has a lot of capacity but doesn't have the control, right? So it's like, I, so you'll find yourself in like, hey, with that same promise, hey, I want my baby. I'm dying right now, but can you promise me to take care of my kid? Like, hey, yeah. I'll make sure that they can have 3 bottles every single day, okay? For the next 20 years, I can promise that. Well, I mean, as they grow older, they might need a little more than that or something, but okay. Because I can promise you I can only have about 3 bottles worth of magic under my control at any one time, and then after that 20 years, I'm going to have to recharge, right? Because my control over this magic fountain I have over here is not that great, but it can last me a long time, okay? So, versus magic promise keeper whose magic is high in volume, high in value, and high in control. Where, hey, oh, you want me to take care of your child? I promise you, your child will never have to ever worry about going hungry ever again. Snap, right? They have a body full of vitality. I have an endless storage room that they can access, and so on, right? The manner at which promises can be made by different members of this family are kind of infringing upon their magic, right? So this promise baby, if we will, soon to be labeled Shy Guy, comes along and he's just so attuned to magic. He is basically one with magic, one could say, right? So he can intrinsically make a promise to anyone and everyone because he is magic, if you will kind of say, right? Like, not literally, but he ultimately has the greatest access to magic. Like, magic will never deny him. That's a favored, beloved child. That's the promised child who has the body of magic, right? Is I don't know how to say it in the English language. it makes more sense trying to articulate it in the Japanese, but point still stands. Hey. And I say it makes more sense in the Japanese because I had a Japanese buddy of mine in the service assist with me in making that continuity credibility. But I digress yet again. Right? So, this child who has great magic affinity, right? Born out of the womb, he grows up kind of cocky and, like every other promise keeper, pretty naive, right? Because another thing about the Promise family is that they're basically paladins. Like, they're so righteous, they're overly righteous. But the only difference between them and paladins is that there's never, like, necessarily that cocky aspect because they're out here just being righteous to be righteous for righteousness' sake. Right? You can't beat a Promise Keeper, but you can always bank on the Promise Keeper's chaotic goodness. Yes, baby. Because Promise Keepers, if they can do it, they will do it. And, and if they can't, they'll just say no. Otherwise, they'll be exiled. And what Promise Keeper would want to get kicked out and exiled from the Promised Land? Right? I don't know what you are, who you are, or what you want, but I'd rather die than get exiled from the Promised Land. Right? So, this promised baby grew up knowing that his family has a high regard for making promises and making deals, he set an ambitious goal of like, I want to fulfill the promises of everyone in all of the realm of Millenia. You know what? I want to make a promise to everyone in the universe and follow through with it, right? But I'll start with the small goal of making a promise to everyone in the realm of Millenia and coming back and receiving all my family's praise for this, right? Promise everyone in the realm of Millenia, come back, get the thank you from the families, prove just how valuable and right they were to regard me as the promised child, and move on. Right? I am the promise. I am the child of promise. Yes, baby. Let me help you with that. Get it. Yeah, you got it. Ball. Say ball. 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 Great. All right, so this promise baby, if you will, goes about and I'll just age him up a little bit. Say he's turned late teenager to 20s. Screw it. We'll say late mid-20s. He's turned mid-20s and he's now expanding from the realm of Millenia promises all about, and he kind of discovers more about adventurers into the great unknown, right? Because the realm of Millenia is only the center of the universe, right? But there are further outreaching galaxies and stars, asteroid fields and stuff. And long before the promised child really understands about the exiled and the banished away from the realm of Millenia, he learns about the explorers and the adventurers that go out there willingly to kind of understand and be able to chart the stars and the galaxies and the alignments directly. Hey. To make new findings and be able to know, right? So, hey. Here you go. Don't eat it. He's gonna eat it. So the promised child gets a general understanding of what's beyond the realm of Millenia, as the adventurers and the interstellar extraordinaire exploration teams are doing. And he's like, I want to go out there. It's like, because I'm almost done this task of making promises and upholding them for all the regions in the realm of Millenia. I want to go out there and go into all the sectors and all the charts for the stars as well. I don't want to just fulfill those in the realm of Millenia if there are countless other peoples going out and being adventurers and explorers out in the stars and the many cosmos and the asteroids and everything. If you guys are going out there and many more, I want to make promises to you guys too. I can do it. I really can. Bet I can, right? So that's where I'll cut it into a two-part, right? So the promised child makes promises to everyone in the realm of Millenia and moves on to the stars, right? Really, baby. Really, baby. So, moves on. Stop. That'll be part one. 23. Cool. Couple more seconds. Well, welcome to the realm of Millenia. Be ye man, woman, child, spirit, creature, or demon. Be ye and nay, my greater